What's up guys, today I'm going to upgrade the barrel of my blaster while showing you guys how to do it yourselves. Then I'll crony it, attach a Rizer V2 hop-up, show you how I set it, and then I'll test the accuracy of my blaster. I realize not everyone has the same exact blaster as me, so I'll try to keep things general so you can do the same to your own blaster, no matter what it is, quite easily. Let's start with why do I want to upgrade the barrel? Well, this ARP9 gel blaster, along with most other stock gel blasters, has too short of an inner barrel that it doesn't quite clear the outer barrel enough to fit a decent hop-up. The 3D printed hop-ups that you can thread on are okay, but from my experience they don't seem to perform as well. So let's head inside and get started. To upgrade your barrel, there's two pieces you'll need. On the right here is a T-piece. It's where the gel balls get loaded into the barrel. This one here is specific to the XYL ARP9, but if you search online you can find one specific to your own blaster. I got this one from an eBay seller. The second piece you'll need is an inner barrel. This one is an alloy barrel made by Ozgel. I chose a 200mm length because the ARP9 has a 50% ported cylinder, but for your own blaster you may want anywhere from 200mm all the way up to 400mm depending on if you have a good air seal and 100% cylinder. I'll leave some social links down below to a Facebook group, a web forum and a Discord where if you want more help on choosing the right barrel for your blaster, there's plenty of people who will be able to help you out. Once you have your chosen barrel, you'll want to choose an adhesive to glue it into the T-piece. Some people just use super glue, but mixing up a two-part epoxy is my preferred method and it should give a stronger bond. Apply a generous amount to the correct end of the barrel. With the Ozgels, they have grooves on the correct end to help with adhesion. And then twist the barrel as you insert it into the T-piece, making sure it's fully inserted. Leave your barrel upright to cure for however long the instructions say on your glue. For this 5-minute RL diet it says full strength is reached after 16 hours, not 5 minutes like it says on the pack. So let's skip ahead to the next day. So now you've got your barrel glued into the T-piece, it's time to open your blaster. This is where things can differ a little, but with my ARP9 it's just the front pin that I need to knock out and the upper receiver will separate from the lower. If your blaster has a mag prime like mine here, be very careful not to pull the wires when doing any of this. Now that I have the upper separated, with my blaster I can just pull the stock barrel out, and in fact it's not even glued into the T-piece, so you could save yourself some money and reuse the stock T-piece. The XYL ARP9 blaster has a spring on the barrel which just helps push the T-piece onto the nozzle for a better air seal. If your blaster has one of these too, just take it off the stock barrel, put it on the new barrel. Now you can just push the new barrel in, making sure the T-piece has the feeding tube facing down where your mag would go. After this, you can bring the upper receiver back together with the lower, and again watch out for those wires if you have mag prime, and push in the pin to close it all back up. Cosmetically, you might not like the huge portion of inner barrel sticking out. I sure didn't. So you could cover it with a mock suppressor like this one, which just grub screws onto your outer barrel. So now that it's all back together, I just want to head outside and crony it and see if it's gained anything over the 277 FPS average I had stock. I got a high of 292, low of 277, which was the old average, and the new average is 285. So we gained 8 FPS on average, not too shabby. Though the main reason I upgraded the barrel was for the accuracy benefits. So let's put on a Rizer V2 hop-up and show you how to set it. The Rizer V2 attaches directly to your inner barrel and clamps onto it using grub screws. Don't over tighten them or you could dent your barrel. Just go finger tight. Now something different about the Rizer V2 hop-up compared to the screw-on 3D printed ones is it has a lower adjustment plate which allows you to put a greater amount of hop-up on your gels than what's possible with a 3D printed one. How I've been setting this, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I measure the wall thickness of my inner barrel and then I make sure the lower adjustment plate has the same value as its gap beneath it. This should keep your gels going straight in line with the barrel. Then what I like to do is adjust the hop-up down a ridiculous amount and I'll show you why in a second once I set up my 30-meter human-sized target. The distance you choose to test at should reflect how far you want to be able to shoot in a skirmish without having to arc any of the shots. You will of course be able to shoot further than this by adding holdover, but what I'll be setting up here is you put your sight on the target and the gel should travel dead straight and hit pretty close to the height you are aiming at. So now I'll take my first shots, remembering I deliberately overtuned the hop up further than I should have. As you can see, the gels are curving up to the sky. That's a good thing, it means the hop-up's doing its job. But it needs to be dialed back, so turn that grub screw little by little until you're happy with the trajectory. I'm about to show you what I ended up with: 30 meters distance to the target, Alpha King gels, 35 km/h crosswind coming from the left. You'll see I have to aim left of the target and the crosswind curves the shots back onto it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that grouping. Gels hate the wind, and this was pretty much a worst case scenario of how it would perform in outdoor play. I really look forward to using my ARP9 in calmer weather, or indoors to see how tight the groupings actually are. I hope this video's been helpful. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, and feel free to ask any questions you need help with. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.